everybody, this is Kevin Big Dog Bricks, and right now I have Lego Creator 3-in-1 White Rabbit. The set number is 31133 with 258 pieces. The age for this set is 8 and up. It comes with no Lego figurines. The set came out in 2023, and the price for this was $19.99 in the US. So now we're going to go straight onto the builds. So the first build here is this little tiny little, I think it's like a flower build or something like that. But this one came out, it's super interesting because this was the last part of the instructions of the first one for the White Rabbit one. And it actually turned out really cool actually. Like, even though the green thing that you're seeing here is actually the, I can't really take it out, but like the staff there from like the Batman one in green. So that was kind of cool to see that in my perspective point of view on there. The carrot one was actually a pretty fun build overall to it. And seeing how this build got together was actually pretty cool detail all the way around to it. And seeing it from the inside point of view was pretty smart on their case overall to it. Oh yeah, see this is what it looks like. It's like the staff from Batman that you get from every Robin point of view on there. That was more detail overall to it. And just seeing how cool it is. And then this part, little green part here, is like one of those like sticks too as well. Your cone piece here, and then one of those like corner piece there, and your cone here as well. And just a cool fun thing overall to it on the carrot. Now with the rabbit set, this is the White Rabbit. The White Rabbit's actually pretty cool all the way to it from everywhere. And you can really pose him as any way you want. But first, we'll start with the face first. So you got the triangle piece in pink, which is a really cool thing overall to it on there. On there, you got these round circle tiles on both sides here and there too as well. And you have the eyes here. You got these cool thing about this piece is that these triangle pieces are connected here and here too as well, and white as well. The two round, almost like a pizza slice there. It's pretty cool detail overall to it. And the nice thing about this is that you can actually open the jaw open like that, so you can see from there the mouth opens and closes. And close too as well, which is a really cool thing overall. The earpiece, which was actually a pretty cool thing overall, you can do with the ears is you can swivel them around a circle, which is pretty nice overall to it, and for both sides as well. And the one thing I like about these ears was that it was build one of these like both size things, these little pieces here, which is a pretty cool thing overall to it. And I gotta say, they used a lot of these like cool like pieces that they have in the set, which I think gave it a little cool vibe to it, which in my opinion are pretty cool to it overall on the White Rabbit here. And on the back side here is not much detailed here, but just much detail on there. So for the front end, for the front part, I do love it that in the set they use the feet as the shells that you've seen in really other Lego sets, which are really clever overall. I gotta say, when I first saw this, the clamshell, these little shells here, is really clever for the feet, which I think was actually a really cool detail overall to it. More of the circle pieces here. And also from the back, all of these poses, like you'll see those in a few minutes, but like a lot of these bolt joints are everywhere in the set, from like legs here and leg back here too, and those front 2 legs as well. You can also move the back parts of the bunny there and there, on both one there, and also with the bone joint down here as well. With the bone joint too there as well, and also with the bone joint, as you can see from back there too as well. And also from the back joint here as well, and also back on the back of the legs too as well. As you can see from backhand there, and backside there too as well. And also, this is the cool thing ever that I saw from this set, is that they have them on both sides. You get 8 of these, and they're both on both sides here, which is a really cool thing overall. And it just gave a really cool like vibe to it, which I think was really fun, how all this got to be from my respective point of view. And just seeing how cool this set got to be on, and just everything to it on this set, which took it a really cool extra turn, which I think was actually an excellent idea from it all, and just my standpoint overall to it on there. So now what we're going to do is do some like fun little poses on the rabbit. Just like fun ones. So you can have the rabbit, I think, yeah. You can have the rabbit pose like this, which is actually pretty cool overall to it. And you can also have, see, this actually will work too as well. There he goes. He's doing something from there, which is a pretty funny, a pretty cool one on there too as well. And now he's just looking up, which is actually a pretty fun thing overall to it on there as wellers. So that was just my fun pose on the white rabbit. So now, I'm going to do now is take it apart and turn it into a cockatoo, and that's going to be right now. I'll be back. So right now, I just finished building the cockatoo, and I gotta say, this one was a little different challenge than the rabbit one. So now we're gonna go into the details. So we'll start off first with the feet here. So as you may know, you have the cones as the main claws, which you got to be really valued because as you may know there, you just saw that happen. But that's also on the bone joint there. And this is also on the bone joint too as well. You can actually do is move this back and forth, like move it, which is a really fun detail overall to it. And you can have the wings go up and sideways, which is a pretty cool thing overall to it. Just in my case, overall to it. And with both of them, you can also do the same thing on the same side here too, and then up and down the side to side, which is a pretty fun thing overall to it. And from the back end, you have this really long tail here, which is actually pretty cool overall to it. And from this side, the fun thing about this is that the tail, you can slip it all the way around like a circle, which is on a bone joint there in the front here. And also with the little tiny bone joints here with the tails that you see right there. And those ones can also move. You go like here. You can twist them, but not too hard, or else you can see what just happened to me there. And you can see you can just move them up to side, up and down on both of them, which is a pretty cool thing overall. The wings has all the built into there, which is a pretty cool detail overall to it. And just, I gotta say that when it came to this version, it's pretty cool because like how this one became. And you can see like the nose is like one of those like slits there. And I like it how from the chest point of view, you have this flat piece here, which actually gave it a really cool vibe to it. And then going into here, the sloops, and then this sloop here, and then the pizza, the half of the pizza triangle, 2x2 triangle piece there, which is pretty cool overall. And I like about the head is that it can go a 360 spin, which is a pretty cool thing overall to it. And I like it how from the feathers of the head, you can move that up and down, this one up and down, and also on up and down too as well on here. And it's like connected to this little thing here, which is a pretty cool thing overall to it as well. And you have your eyes there and just everything around it to it on here, which gives it a nice vibe to the set, which I think was actually excellent job on doing this part on here, which is actually a really fun build that I liked on this one on here. So now we're going to the white seal, so I'll be back on that one. So this is the white seal, and it comes with a little fish, which is a really fun little build. So start here with the little fish here. It's cool because the fish is with pink, orange, and a bunch of other cool things as well, which is a really cool thing overall to it. And I gotta say, this actually turned out really well. I was trying to figure out what it was, and I was like, oh yeah, it's probably a fish, because it's like sea otters, duty fish, and all that stuff too as well. Just a little fun thing I did not know about, and just a little cool thing it came with this build. So now we're gonna move on to the seal. Seal is actually pretty cool too as well. And the fun thing is you can swivel the head all the way around, up and down, side to side. The mouth jaw can open up just like the other one did, like for the rabbit one. And this one's a lot more different, how the build went from up different sideways to there. You got all these slot sides on every corner. You got more of this stuff here. The same things like from the top here. More of like just going down pretty smooth on each side. My favorite thing overall is definitely, like I mentioned on the rabbit one, is that you do use the fins as the clam shells, which is still remarkable, the coolest thing. And like those can also swivel around too as well. This one has a vertical place, but not as much as the other two, because the sea otter is in the water most of the time and all that stuff. So, but you can move this one here and move this one here too as well. You also got a stud, black stud for the nose, your eyes up here, and just from all that from the body up to around. And I gotta say, these round pieces up here work well from the back part of it, and it does look like a sea otter, a seal to my opinion too as well, which is a really fun detail. And I gotta say, all of them turned out were both a really fun build overall to them, and just to that as well, and just like all the cool fun little details of everything from this set is super cool and neat and unique to it all. And like I said, once again, the bone joint is on the neck joint there, and then all the cool fun like stuff on that on there. Just a little fun little thing on there too as well. So now we're going to take you guys onto the final bricks and the instructions. So this is the front of the box looks like. And this is on the back of the box with all the different fun little animals that you see on the back of here, which is a pretty fun detail overall to it on here. And then for the instructions, you approximately get 3 for each one, which is all the way up here. Number 1, you don't get any, you don't get any stuff on this one. The second one, you actually do get like a small ad on the back, which is the Rebuild the World by Lego, with the snail on the back of it with the crazy cool fun like rod on that one. And then for this one as well, you only get the rebuild the world as well with the hippo flying in the air, which you've seen on other instruction books on there too as well. So overall, I gotta say this set was actually really fun overall to it. And I actually gotta say, I actually would rate this actually a pretty good, like, probably not 9 out of 10. You do get, like, some fun things with this set, with, like, carrots and stuff, and then a bunch of other things, too, as well, with the fish, which I think is really cool overall to it. And, in my respective point of view, the ones I would actually say that, from best to worst, my favorite one is actually the sea otter one. The sea otter one is actually really adorable. Second is the rabbit, and the cockatoo is my third favorite one overall to it. And these animal ones are such a really cool idea. And if you have not seen the other ones, I'll leave in the description down below. If you guys have not seen the lion one yet, that one's a really fun one. I did that too as well. And just opinion on there too as well. So, hope you guys like this video. Subscribe to my channel. Leave the bell notification on if I'm posting any videos. Leave the comments down below. And have an awesome day, everybody. Bye.